Hello and good afternoon, folks. My name is Scott Gifford, President and CEO of One United Global. It has been a while since our last video, and just want to kind of share some things that have happened in the last few months. And so, the last 5 or 6 months, I decided to get back into coaching basketball. Coached a local team here in Ohio. I was actually a varsity assistant coach. One day I'll become a head coach, but you got to start. You got to start as an assistant. And we just had a lot of fun. We had a great season. Enjoyed coaching the kids and getting involved in the community. And it was just so much fun. And now that the season's over, it's time to get back to work. While we were hibernating the last 3 or 4 months, it doesn't mean we were not working. We were looking at tons of lead providers, lead solutions, and that's basically the key to any organization that you're with is who's got the leads. And I've always said in all my videos, I'm always looking for new ways and better ways to do things. And the lead automation program that we did probably about a year and a half ago, we were way out in front of everybody on that, and we put it out there and there were some kinks in it, and a lot of it was out of our control. Facebook and YouTube, they're always changing the way that they do their algorithms and such for figuring things out. And we finally cracked the code on that one, and we've got some really good people working that for us. And we've also found some exclusive leads that we're going to be offering as well. I want to go over the leads real quick. We've got all kinds of leads. We can do mailers. We can do $3 web opt-in leads that you can buy. But the three main leads that are working well for us, the first lead is going to be a $10 live transfer from our telemarketers. And these are going to be the basic questions that are asked with all the telemarketer leads out there, except we also ask, do you have a checking and a savings account? And they have to have that in order for that to be a good lead. We also make sure that our provider understands it's about quality, not quantity with us. So, some days if it's slow, I would rather have a slow day and not have to pay for junk leads than have a fast day and pay for a ton of junk leads. So we stressed to our lead providers, hey, we want quality. So that's our $10 lead. We have a $40 live transfer television lead that comes from a 30-minute infomercial. This infomercial talks directly about final expense for 30 minutes. Nothing else. It educates the customer about all the different final expenses out there, whether it's just the funeral costs, medical bills, hospital bills, credit card bills, everything. When that customer calls in, you're basically an order taker, and I hate throwing numbers out there, but you should be closing 40 to 50% on that lead. As soon as you order those leads, we can get those leads coming into you within hours, and they're exclusive. They are not shared with anybody else. The next lead that we have is our automated lead program. We are bringing that back. It's $2,500 your first month, and that includes the setup fee. There's probably about 800 pieces that have to be set up for this to work for somebody. There's videos, calendars, emails, and it all has your information on it. So there's a lot of work that's done initially to get it set up for you, but most of it's actually going to be your media spend. And that's going to ensure that you get 40 to 80 appointments, not leads, appointments. 40 to 80 appointments per month. If we fall a little bit short one month, it'll get made up the next month. But that comes out to about $40 to $45 per lead when it's all said and done. So if you look at the upfront cost, it looks expensive, but when you break it down per lead, it's actually very good. Those are our field. We've tested it with field. Our field agents are closing 50%. So if you feel like you're just as good on the phone as you are in the field, you should be closing 45 to 50% on those. Remember, those are set appointments. They've looked at the material and they've set an appointment for you to talk about their final expenses. So It almost doesn't get any better than that and our TV leads. So either way you go with those, you're going to be set. Those are the three best leads in the industry. I'm super excited right now, and I'm ready to get back and rock and rolling with this. I always get the same questions over and over, so I want to answer some basic questions about us. One United Global. How long have you been around? I don't see too many people posting on the internet about you. Well, we've been around for over 10 years now, and I'll just go ahead and address it. I think we've got one or two people who have gone to those insurance forums and said something bad about us. If you notice, we don't even respond. When you respond to those people on those forums, the thread just blows out of proportion, and nobody's ever right. If you go to any restaurant, it could be the top restaurant in America, and you go there for dinner, somebody in that crowd's not going to be happy. If you go to Walmart and go shopping, somebody's going to be unhappy. You can't please everybody. You know, we've hired single mothers with kids who were destitute who have made it here. We've hired 60 and 70-year-old men who have been in the business, and they come in with a know-it-all attitude, and they take 20 leads and they try two of the leads, and they couldn't get a hold of them, and all of a sudden the leads are garbage. So you got to pick your poison with those forums when you look at them. The fact that there's only less than 5 out there. I would say that I think there's only 2. I don't spend much time there. But the fact that there's only 2 in 10 years, that actually says a lot about us. I say in our other videos, we are not perfect, but we do our best to do things the right way. With our leads are not perfect. Nobody's leads can be perfect in final expense because you're dealing with senior citizens. But we strive to make sure that our leads are the best for our agents because we want our agents selling. That's how we make our money. We don't make any money off of our leads. The next question is what carriers do you use? Well, we use Liberty Bankers, we use Foresters, we use Royal Neighbor, we use Gerber. Those are the main ones. Do we have other ones out there? Yes, we do. Do we contract with everybody under the sun? No, we don't. One, it's harder to learn all those companies. And 2, I mean, let's face it, you can earn trips with some of these companies if you place your business with 1 or 2 of those. You can earn 2 or 3 yearly trips from those companies. So instead of spreading it out to 50 different companies, we want you to focus on 1 or 2 of them. These companies are also the best to use for telesales, and which leads me to my next question: how do you do the application? Well, most of our applications are done via phone application, meaning we call the company, we do a 3-way call, the company does the application right over the phone. There's not even an application entry. The other way we do it, like with Gerber, there's an e-application. We take the application over the phone, we email it to them, electronic signature, everything's done automatically, it goes back to the company, everything's done. How do we pay? We don't pay, the companies pay. Are you vested from day one? Yes, through the carriers. We don't pay you, the carriers do. You're vested from day one with them. We start everybody off on 100% if you're direct to the company. If you were hired through a manager, that's up to your manager what you start on. Not everybody can be direct to the company. We have very, very easy promotions on how you get going. We start everybody on 100 just because it's easier with contracting. That way we don't have to send out 5 or 10 different contracts to everybody. How soon can you get started? All you gotta do is go to the front page it says join today, click join today, pay the $135 onboarding fee. Everything's automated from there. You'll get an email with your contracting, you'll get an email with your training, and once you've done your contracting and you go through your training, then you'll be ready to order leads. We've already told you about the leads. You simply go to the lead page, go to the agent store, click whichever campaign you want to start with, and we don't care. It's totally up to you. So that's it, folks. All of our webinars out there, they say a lot. This is the most up-to-date one. Hopefully this answers all of your questions. You do not have to schedule an appointment with me to get going. Just go to join today, sign up. It's going to trigger a whole bunch of automated things for you. And let's get to making money. We've got the best program out there in final expense. I'm sure of it. And we have the best companies out there that offer final expense. In fact, we are adding a couple more. It's not going to be on this video, but they will be on our website. And we've got a couple more companies coming that are going to knock your socks off. So we wish you the best. God bless.